Yo, back at it again with another absolutely beautiful trade recap. As you can see, we took a lovely short on the NASDAQ this afternoon. Absolutely fucking fantastic. I think I made about 1.2K across both funded accounts. So, yeah, very, very clean, nice day. We just hit our 1-to-1 and we went on about our day. But yeah, coming into the session, initially I was bearish, right? I was bearish because it was very, very clear the narrative that price was showing me, right? We were creating lower lows and lower highs, impulsively coming down from the previous day, bearish price action this morning, and we also had this very, very clear gap within the market that needed to be filled in, especially on the S&P 500. We also had that gap, and we had these very, very close draws on liquidity right over here. Okay, now going back to the Nasdaq, my bias is done, right? We're bearish. Coming into the session, I'm always looking for two things. I'm always looking for an inducement and then a run to my main draw on liquidity, right? Now, when 9:30 opened, we had this run of these relative equal highs on the 1 minute over here, and we also had the run of these highs, relative equal highs as well, to the left over here. And so price was showing me that this was the potential inducement of the session. Okay. Now, when we began displacing lower, that confirmed to me that truthfully, this was the inducement of the session. And especially, and as soon as we displaced, I took my entry. Okay. Now, I targeted a 1-to-1. And the reason for that is because I always target a 1-to-1 because I like my strike rate being very, very high. Okay. And what actually happened today was very interesting. If I targeted this overall draw over here, I would have actually been stopped out, induced, and then price would have hit my full TP. So thank God I didn't aim for a 1-to-2 or I didn't aim for this draw over here. I just put my stop loss at 50 pips and aimed for a simple 1-to-1, and I got taken out in profit. Absolutely fantastic, beautiful day. And yeah, you can see after we would have been induced, price ran all the way down to my main draw on liquidity. So yeah, absolutely fantastic day. I read the bias correctly as usual, and we took a lovely setup that met all the rules. Right, we took it off this displacement candle on the 1 minute over here. But yeah, fantastic day. Now another thing that I want to mention is that trading one asset class during one specific time, the New York Open, has been absolutely game changing for my trading. I've never in my entire 5 year career, 5.5 years now, have seen this much consistency. I swear to God, I've never seen this much consistency, this many wins, this many winning days in a row. I've never seen it before. And that's simply because I was trading multiple different asset classes and I couldn't find consistency. You know, when you trade one asset, you develop a relationship with it, you understand it intimately, you understand the way it moves, you understand its characteristics. And so when you come to trade it, you understand why it's moving. You can almost see things before it happens when you're just trading one asset. When you're trading 5 to 6 different assets, like most people, and the way I was doing things throughout the years, you can't really understand each pair and the way each pair moves because you're trading so many and you're trying to apply one rigid rule set or one strategy across several different assets. And it just, I don't know, man, it just didn't work for me. It doesn't make sense. I think it's way better to just focus on one asset. You understand the characteristics, one strategy on one asset during one time. And what's going to happen is over time, the compounding effect is going to take place. Over time, I promise you, if you from today, if you say I'm only going to trade one strategy, one asset, one time, what's going to happen in 1 month's time, and this is exactly what happened to me, all of a sudden your pattern recognition is going to be enhanced. You're going to get superpowers. You're going to see things before they happen. You're going to understand why things are moving, right? You're going to develop this intuition. Do you understand? You're going to develop this discretion, this intuition within the market, and you're going to essentially your strike rate is going to go through the roof because you've seen this happen before. You've seen the movie before because you're only trading one asset during one time. I mean, it's fucking fantastic, especially on the Nasdaq. I don't know why it's just so consistent on the Nasdaq. You see the same two things every day. You see an inducement and you see a run to the draw. It happens every single day. So yeah, man, I'm so happy with this strategy. I'm going to continue to trade it, continue to hopefully get more funding, and yeah, just remain consistent.